My first trip, if I had to describe it with one word, was overwhelming. There was just so many things that I had to experience, or had the opportunity to experience, that I probably wasn't ready for. And you know what, I think that if I had known that all of those experiences would have been there, I might have been a little bit more scared and maybe would have said, no way. But the fact that I kind of went in with just almost eyes closed a little bit and then just opened them up and here I was, it was just more than anything I could have possibly imagined, and I left a completely different person. It was awesome. It's different having seen everything, and I mean, like, we're in a different village, we're in a different place altogether, but I think the biggest difference is just sort of watching the people who have not experienced this for the first time. For example, my girlfriend came with me this time, so it's really interesting getting to see her reactions to it, or some of the other newbies, and thinking to myself, like, man, did I look like that? Was that how I was acting when I first came here? Not saying that they're acting in a negative way, but it's just sort of like, wow, this really does affect people. You look like you're extremely affected right now. And it makes you reflect back onto your first trip, and there you are back at step one again. And it's like I said, overwhelming, but it's a beautiful feeling because it really touches something in here. I would assume that going by myself would create sort of a different experience, even more overwhelming than before, because now at least, or on my first trip, if I was starting to feel a little bit like, everything's getting a little crazy, I could just sort of go, back to something comfortable and go talk to my parents or go talk to Taylor or something like that. But I would assume that if I was alone and had no one else to do that there, I would almost be forced to go, continue making connections all the time, which is a great thing. But yeah, for someone like me, that can be a little bit stressful, almost, but it's still a great experience. And I mean, it's something that all of us, like I said, people like me who are a little bit more introverted and into them, or not into themselves, but like to themselves, something that we all sort of need to experience at some point in our life if we want to grow and mature. Honestly, there's just one word that's sticking out in my head, and that's hope. I think, we come in here, we build houses, or we help build houses, we feed some people, we give some people some supplies, some medication, but I think the biggest thing that we can give to them is just the hope that they need to continue and to move forward with their lives. The hope that we can come back and continue establishing relationships with them, the hope that we can, maintain our relationships with them from across oceans, the hope that they can someday, or even someday soon, see a better time for their entire community, and less poverty, less sadness, and like I said, more hope, just happiness. I think it's the importance of being grateful for what we have, and maybe thinking a little bit about what we need and what we can go without. Because as many people have talked about throughout the time that we've been here, it's very true that we come here and we expect, like, we see all of the stuff that goes on in this village, but they still manage to be happier and more full of life than any of the people that I can think of back home. So it really says something about the way that they live. And like, we've had people who have had conversations with these people and asked them, like, is there anything that you need? Is there anything that we can give to you that you need to make your life better? And they say, no, it's good. It'd be nice if you can come back and continue to build relationships with us, but we're good. We're not dying. We enjoy this, and I think that's really admirable, and we can really take something from that and bring it to our own communities back home.